What's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute. I haven't dropped no content, but I got a solid video for y'all today. Today I got two of my students, Mikel and Bryan. They just started training about a week ago. We've already ran anywhere about, we probably hit what, 7,000 miles? Yeah, we probably ran a good 7,000 miles. They're great students. They're from Florida. The home state, of course, and they are here with me today. So I got a video with them, and I'm gonna have them speak to y'all and let y'all know, for all of you guys that do want to come to Covenant Transport, what to expect. They'll talk to you guys a little bit about their experience coming in, what they had to do, what they had to deal with, everything in terms of being at the terminal, what they think, what they were looking forward to, and from that part, from home, from getting your CDL, home, coming to terminal for your orientation, of course, and then getting back to here where they're on the truck with me now. So without further ado, I'm gonna just let them talk to you. Yep. Anyways, so like I said, I was gonna bring my students on. This is my first student right here. This right here is Mikel, straight out of Jamaica.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he's gonna talk to you a little bit about his whole process and him being with Covenant and how things are going so far. So what's going on, Mikel?
Hey man.
Talk to him.
I just started out doing this Class A stuff, and I called up Covenant, and I was calling around a bunch of companies, and when I called Covenant, within that first 5 minutes, man, I liked everything that I was hearing, They've
been throwing money at your asses, that's why.
Yeah, I like what they were saying,
Covenant, from January 4th till now, they've thrown like 3 pay raises at drivers, like literally. So
getting it right there, man.
So they increased it some, and then they just increased it some more, and now they're doing another increase right now. So you came at the right time. Shit, when I came into trucking, I was making 44 cents. After I finished my TD1 and I became OTR, they bumped me up to 48 cents. Right now, y'all coming in at like 50-something cents with a chance to max out. And now, with their new pay package, you can max out in a whole year. So in 1 year from your start date, you can hit the top of the pay scale. That's, you pretty won't. For a student coming in, you're not going to get no company to pay you that. Like, ain't no company.
That's what I realized, man.
Yeah. Ain't no company going to pay you that. Because it's like, you guys are just starting off, they ain't going to, the money is not going to be made just yet. You guys got to climb up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that's what it is. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, conversations was like here and there. Next thing you know, man, I'm on the plane. All the way from Florida, man. Yeah. So, next thing you know, I'm here in Tennessee, man. Hey, orientation was, but they paid for the flight, by the way. That was dope, and I got picked up from the airport by one of their shuttle vans, and started orientation Monday. Orientation was like 3 days, or you would say 2.5 days really. So the first day, we all had to do a drug test, and then they introduced you to a whole bunch of paperwork, a whole bunch of videos. Like,
how you like the videos?
I was not expecting that, bro. Not for real. Like they just started throwing videos at us, man. So, but very informative, All those videos were really very informative, and you can't go wrong with all the education that they have been throwing at us, So, I mean, we're not gonna learn it all at once, but these people, bro, you're out of
Okay. Yeah, sorry, there was technical difficulties. We thought it was recording the whole time, and it wasn't. So,
Yeah.
but go ahead and elaborate on what you were saying about your partner.
Yeah, so I was saying that I met my partner at orientation, you know. I think it was like the second day of orientation. Um, I was rapping with this guy next to me in class, and he knew this guy, and we were from the same country and all that. So immediately when I met him, I was like, "Yo, man, work. I'm here to work, man. You here to work?" He's like, "Fuck yeah." I'm like, "All right, that's it." You know. So a lot of people be having a lot of difficulties finding team partners right away. So if you can't find someone, the company is gonna try to put you with someone. My best advice is, if you're gonna come to a covenant, come with a friend who you're gonna drive with, or I see people come here with their partners. You know, you can do that. So it's best if you come here knowing who you wanna run with, than having to find somebody or let them choose one for you. I think the worst case scenario would be if they end up choosing one for you, you know, because you're gonna have to find out what it's like with that person.
So with Covenant, they don't choose people for you. So what it is you come in, and they have little teaming meetings every day at like a certain time. And you come in, you meet the people, and you try to catch a vibe with somebody. You see what I'm saying?
So
And
what they
see-
do is just put y'all together,
Put
and
y'all
then y'all
together.
do the rest.
and then y'all figure out if y'all want to run or not.
I got you.
My experience, a lot of drivers spend a lot of time at the terminals, and the only reason being is because it's hard to find somebody that you really want to work with. It's hard to find somebody, well, not that you really want to work with, because you came here with the intentions of making money. So you have the work ethic, you want to work, but the problem is, does your partner feel the same way?
That's right.
It's
That's
hard to find somebody that has the same drive, the same work ethic as you, because of the simple fact that a lot of people are lazy. I mean, let's face it. You got truck drivers that are dirty. You got some that are nasty. Some that just, you know, and it's a confined area. It's a small area.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically gonna be like living in the truck. It's not easy to find somebody that you can cooperate with 100% on the truck, and you guys go ahead and, you know, work together. Everything is smooth. You have no problem sleeping because you know that they can handle the steering wheel very well. It's just so much that goes into the teaming aspect of it. That's why I always tell people, if you're coming to Covenant, it's best if you come with somebody as opposed to looking for somebody when you get here. Because when you get here and you start looking, the person that you may be looking to find, you probably won't find them. Let's be real, not everybody's here for the same thing. Some people come on the road just to sightsee. Some people come on the road because their husbands or their wives don't like them being home all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's
trying to get away from that person, man.
So and you trying to get away, and you figure like, you know what, this is a cool opportunity. I could come here, work a little bit, make some money, and then so on and so forth. But your partner may be here strictly because they may be in some financial issues. They may be going through whatever the hell they're going through, and they need that big paycheck to come through to bail them out of whatever situation that they have. So it's always best to come with somebody. It's really difficult to find somebody here because everybody wasn't raised the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. Different mindset, man.
Different
you gotta
mindsets.
have that push.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's very key to what he said. The reasoning behind it all is, when I run my miles and my teammate run his mile, he's not getting paid for the mile that he runs personally. I'm not getting paid for the miles that I run personally. Like, it's combined,
It's a team.
and then it's split. So it's really a team. So you want to find someone that's putting in the work that you are putting in also.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what's really gonna determine your
success.
Your success, your paycheck. You know.
I know, and I'm sure you guys heard it. Being at the terminal, especially in the hotel or the dorm, however Covenant wants to call it, You hear a lot of talk about the drivers not making money or drivers having bad experiences with co-drivers. You hear all kinds of stuff.
Man, I heard some stories on the shuttle. I was like, damn.
I know you heard a lot of stories.
And that was just like probably a day of riding in the shuttle, man. Like, you hear all kinds of stories. Like, it's for real. People be out here not getting along like at all, man. So if you just come in like I did and you find someone you can work with, hey man, you hit it right there. It's just time to go to work. You know?
I got lucky twice.
Yeah.
When I first came in, I met my first partner at the Greyhound when we got to Covenant. I flew from Fort Lauderdale to Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then I just decided, because I was just hanging out for the weekend, and then I decided to just take a Greyhound because it's only 2 hours. So I decided to take a Greyhound to Covenant, and that's where I met what was supposed to be my first partner at the Greyhound bus station. You know, we both coming in, we both knew, really not knowing what to expect, not knowing what we're really getting ourselves into in terms of the whole thing in total. So, you know, we kicked it off pretty good, and then
That's dope.
while we was on our trainer's truck, I noticed some traits about him that I didn't like. So,
Oh man.
And it took a turn for the worse. We trained together, we came back, and then when we came back, I really sat down and I thought to myself, like, yo, is this really gonna work? Like,
So you had finished training?
yeah, we had just finished training. We just got back to the hotel, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, is this really gonna work? Because, again, this is not to judge him or anything like that, but it just wasn't what he made it out to be. And I know the type of person I am, so for me, it was just like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me remove myself from a situation before something actually happens that can be a problem with not only me and him, but with the company as well.
And
So-
that was a smart decision, you know, because this is something that I've taken from my personal life.
Mhm.
Like, your mental health is the most important thing.
Most
there
important
is.
thing.
If you out here running with somebody and it's really bothering you, like if there's something bothering you, your whole time you driving, you're just riding in the truck, it's just gonna be on your mind. Don't put yourself in that situation. Have a clear head, man. You need a clear head for on the road because it's a lot to pay attention
It's
to,
a
man.
lot.
Especially when you sleeping back there and that person driving.
Exactly, man. So exactly. So if that person's driving you back here sleeping, all the time you're gonna be like,
You gotta be able. You gotta be able to trust them. You know what I'm saying? Because your life is in their hands.
Am I safe? Nah, you don't want to be thinking that. You want to be like, hey, I know I'm good, man. You know. So, hey, that was a solid one right there.
So actually, there was a Nigerian guy. We went into orientation the same week on the same day, and he seemed like a cool dude. So when we got
Nigeria.
back and I X'd the first guy out, I was just like, you know what? Let me holler at him real quick and see, you know, if he's willing to team. He had somebody coming in the Covenant, so he was like, we could team, but we could only team temporarily. And I'm like, damn. So I'm like, you know what? Let's take it for what it is. And it's crazy because the same night we were supposed to leave, his partner just got the Covenant straight from Greyhound. So, you know, he had like a week of orientation, and he had like
That training to do.
the training. At that time, training was 180 hours. Right now, you guys got it good. You guys got 145.
145.
It went to from 180 to 170. They brought it down to 120, and then they brought it back to 145. So he seemed like a cool dude. So we decided, all right, let's temporarily team together. He passed all his tests the first try, just like I did. And we got on the road, and man, it was history, boy. We had a good time. There was no animosity. We both had the same values. Him coming from Africa, and me coming from, most people don't know, but I'm Haitian. So my background and how I was raised is very similar. You know, the Caribbean and Africa, there's so much similarities throughout. It's like we're just one big family. So most of his values I shared the same value, so it just made it easier for us to work together. And man, we had a blast. By the
Hey, that's
second
good,
weekend, he forgot all about his partner. He was
He
was like, yo,
hey,
screw that
scratch
guy,
that.
man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we got on a dedicated run, and then what killed everything was I got offered the position to train, to become a trainer. So he didn't want to do that. He didn't feel like he was ready. So he went his way, I went my way. But we still, even to this day, we still keep in contact. So I started training, and it was a little tough. It was a very difficult adjustment to make.
Oh yeah, because you were used to your team partner for a while,
I was
right?
used to my team partner, and you know, dealing with people from different backgrounds and people who have different beliefs and everything like that, it's just a little difficult. You know, how can you tell somebody who's twice your age what to do in training? You know what I'm saying? Because some people aren't receptive to that. Some people feel like, you know, I'm older than you, I know more than you.
Yep.
Regardless of this being a field that they've never been in, it just makes it that much harder. So I took a break from training, and when I took a break, I was working up on the hill, which is where all students come in to test out at. It's like a crash course. You pull in through tight trailers, they perfect your backing skills, all of that. So I was working on the hill, and then I met this other dude from Miami, Haitian guy, real cool guy, and he had just got the Covenant, and he himself was looking for a partner. Me and this dude, we teamed up. I left training for a little bit. Me and him, we teamed up, and second time around teaming, and it was like flawless. Like, and this dude, he could cook, so he was cooking. I was driving.
Damn, wow.
Yeah, like we was eating good on the road. We was just having a blast, and then eventually, I went back to training, and he left the company. He went to Snyder, unfortunately. But for me, I had a great experience when it came down to teaming. So for me, it was very different from what a lot of these drivers talk about. So I could see how people would have issues teaming up and stuff like that. But I per se, I've never been through them because I've had two phenomenal partners. And if it wasn't for me training, we'd still be partners to this day. Like,
Damn,
so
man,
it's definitely hard to find somebody. So if you're thinking about coming to Covenant, please bring somebody, whether it's a spouse,
that's right,
significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your preference is. If they want to come along on this journey with you, I'd suggest they get their CDL and you guys come in as a team, so that way you guys are squared away. You guys already know each other's character, know each other's temperament, and it just makes it that much easier for you guys to get on the road and just start making money.
That's right. That's what it's all about, man. Money.
Yeah, man. So, how did they treat you when you got to the terminal? The White House is what we call it.
Well, my first night when I went there, because I looked up this company online, and they had some things saying about that White House.
Yeah,
that's what you said. Yeah.
It looked like the White House. Like if you're driving on 24 and you peep through all the bushes right around exit 175, you'll see it. It stands like right on top of a hill. It literally looks like you're at the White House, and it's facing 24. So every time you drive by, you'll be able to see it. But yeah, it's a pretty nice building. It's probably a little over 10 years old.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. My first night, they never had enough rooms there, so they sent me to a different hotel, and that was quite nice. But I got clear instructions: check out as soon as 6 o'clock in the morning. You gotta be gone.
Yeah, they typically do that.
I had to go. Some people they may stay, but I had to go, and I went back to the main terminal where they have the orientation, and they gave me one of their rooms in the evening. You know, I mean, if you know what you come here for, to get on the road, it's not gonna be a problem. But if you come here looking for luxury and pleasure
this is
and
not
all
the
that
place
fancy
for you.
stuff, you're gonna have a lot to say about the place that they put you to stay. You know, so like I say, if you just come here and know what you come here for, all about the money and all that, it probably won't be a bother to you. And yeah, so I don't really have nothing negative to say about the room I was in. You know, inside, it's cool. They feed you. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, that no, I can say it's probably not gonna be sufficient, you know, or the best. It's not gonna be something like home, so you know, because you're far away from home, so you're gonna get that far away from home vibe. You know what I'm saying? So when you come in, you gotta have some extra money because you're probably gonna want to eat out while you're at orientation, you know. So, and then when you hit the road, oh man, that's where oh man, I can't even say like. One time I was like, you know what, I'm gonna budget for this, how much I'm gonna do like in a week, and I'm gonna just advise y'all, don't do that. You know, just have an open expectation, just have a few bucks ready to spend on hand, because as you go along, you're gonna realize, oh wow, I'm gonna need that. Oh wow, I'm gonna need this. You know, like it's not something that you can be fully prepared for. Unless you have the experience of it. I never had the experience of it, so you know I had to roll out and do some extra spending, man. But hey, it's an investment here. I already knew what I was coming into, so I'm ready to take on the learning experience, man, and make that. So orientation wasn't bad. It was really a lot to learn. I appreciate all the education I got. You know, I'm here on the road with my trainer. I have to do 145 hours so far. We completed week 1. Let me tell y'all about week 1. Hey, I've never ever been through so many states in my life. You know, like, hey man, I love that part. My favorite part, I believe that was Wyoming that we were going through, or Idaho.
Favorite part was Wyoming.
It was snowing.
No.
Why?
Not Wyoming. We were driving to a state.
Utah.
And Utah?
Utah.
Yeah, Utah. Hey, I was driving and I was like, why does the rain look so light? It was raining, but it looked light. I was like, wow. And after a while, like there was a lot of ice being built up on the windshield. Because I'm from Florida, yo. Like if you be in Florida most of your life, you're never gonna see that.
That shit.
Yeah, so I mean, after a while, the windshield was icy. My mirrors were icy. I had to turn on my heated mirrors, my defroster. Man, the cars passing by were like, it was legit snow, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's like frozen rain, but when it's built up, it's like thick and real white and looking soft. I was like, hey, that was a nice experience. That was my first time seeing that. So far, that was my favorite part of the journey. You know, getting to see new weather conditions. Thank God that wasn't adverse, like really dangerous. You know, you're going to slow down and drive below posted speed limit. You know, probably be the slowest one out there on the road. But apart from that, man, it was really fun. And mountains, oh man, I felt like we were climbing and going down mountains for like a day and a half. Probably even 2 days if you consider even Kentucky and all that. I was like, yo, like it's a lot of things out here to see, to be exposed to enjoy. Like, you're not gonna be looking at it as, hey, I'm gonna try to do 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 miles today. You're just driving, man. And at the end of the day, when you look, you're gonna see, oh wow, I completed this many miles. Like, because you're mostly gonna be like enjoying the journey as you go along. Like, you'll have to be a driver to enjoy that. If you don't like driving, it's not gonna be for you. You know, you have to like driving coming into trucking. And I always like driving, man. So seeing all of those places was like a bonus, man. So week 1, I loved your week 1. Looking forward to week 2 right now, you know.
How was that transition? Have you ever driven that long before in your life?
I've driven some pretty long times, but I've never driven from like one day to another day and then continue driving another day, and then another, and then like be driving for days, then a whole week. No, I've driven the most like probably a day, in a car, long distance, and I'm gonna say it was truly different being in a truck. It's like I don't feel as tired as I do feel inside a car. It's mandatory that I have to stop and take a 30-minute break before I do 8 hours straight, because you can't drive for 8 hours straight. And we had other stops like fuel stops and all that. So man, like 10.5 hours driving in one day, man, it was
so
like
fast.
no, it just goes by fast. When you're done driving, you're like, man, when am I gonna drive again? Yeah, so hey, week 1 was definitely amazing, man. So the driving, it's not a problem. I love it, man.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we get some students that come in, can't drive.
Oh yeah.
Or they're just not used to it, because that's why I asked you that question, because it's a transition. Some people have never driven more than an hour, 2 hours in their life. So to come from your daily driving, where you're going to work and you're home, or you're going to the grocery stores and you're home in like 20-30 minutes, to come in, and then now you gotta hit 10-hour shifts. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta
I see
drive.
the transition of your question. I was doing Class B for a few months, driving dump trucks. So I had some experience driving long periods, but not tractor trailers, man. So tractor trailers were just it's just extra fun, I must say, I thought the handling of the truck was gonna be different. I thought the trailer was gonna sway more. I thought I was gonna be having a hard time going around curves, keeping my trailer in line. And folks, like I have no problem doing all that. Like it's a lot easier than what I thought. So coming into trucking, there are maybe a lot of people that overthink. Like this is gonna be too hard for me. It's a big ass truck. How am I gonna maneuver it?
A lot of people.
You can do it. It's not as bad as y'all think. Like it's something that you get used to, like muscle memory. So after my first day of driving, man, when I was done driving, I was like, man, I'm excited. I want to go again. Like I'm used to it now, Yeah, so no problems, man.
So would you recommend Covenant?
Hey, I'm gonna recommend Covenant. I'm going to recommend Covenant to even people out there driving right now already. Like you have to come to Covenant, man. I know you guys probably have experiences here and there with a bunch of companies, but hey, Covenant, when you see the miles that you can do, and with this pay package that they have right now, oh man, like it's on top of the world right now, So people's out there that have always been looking at trucking, because I have spoken to a friend of mine since I've been in orientation, and he expressed to me that he was thinking about it one time, but he was like, man, it's not a big truck. You gotta be driving for a long time and stuff, and how do you control all that? I'm like, okay, cool, I'll let you know. So this is something that you can get used to real easily. You just have to do it for the first day. The pay is gonna be really awesome. According to what they told me after I finished training and all that. And like I said, I was calling companies before I came to Covenant, and they weren't talking like the way Covenant is talking right now. Like it's like God knew that I was coming to Covenant this year, so they say, hey, I'm gonna get them on the right track, So thank God I'm here, man. And people, get your CDL, man. First place you should call Covenant. It would be really nice if y'all can comment on Bryan's YouTube page and ask for let him go through a referral. You can get him some extra bucks if y'all that kind, So that's really dope, man. So go ahead, come on to Covenant, no joke, man. So I would really love to tell y'all what it's like after I get my first paycheck. with how many miles are there?
I was about to ask you. My last question for you was going to be,
Yeah.
how excited are you to get off the truck?
I'm really excited.
And get your first paycheck.
I'm really excited. So they have this pay scale, the sheet that they showed us, and while I was on orientation, coming off the truck, I'm expected to be doing 52 cents per mile without getting my hazmats. If I get my hazmats, I get an extra 3 cents per mile. And while I was on the truck, y'all, a message came in on the communication device we have, and they are giving us an extra 10 cents per mile now up until January 31st, and they said it may extend. So hey, guess what? That's 62. Come on, where can y'all get that? I ain't lying. As a rookie, bro, after 145 hours, where can you get that? You have to come to Covenant,
It's
man.
unheard of.
Come on, it's unheard of. I'm telling you, if there's a company out there doing this, they're probably seeing Covenant doing it, and then they're gonna try to do it now. All right, so go ahead, man. Call Covenant. Come on, you gotta get here, bro. Yeah, man, that's that. I'm looking forward to that paycheck.
All right, YouTube. So y'all just heard from my first student, Mikel. This is his partner here, Bryan. They came in and they met at Covenant, and it was history from there. So go ahead, Bryan. Let's hear your side of the story.
What's going on, guys, YouTubers? First of all, I just want to big up my trainer right here, Irby. He's a wonderful guy. He's one of the best guy I ever met.
Aw, he's so
Teach
sweet.
me a lot.
He's so
You
sweet.
Yep. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me. I started out chucking work in the yard dog like 2-3 years ago. So coming into trucking, it was like easy for me, you know. Nothing was
Really
really
easy
hard.
transition.
Really easy transition. I even started driving truck before I even had my CDL. So coming into trucking, it wasn't even a problem. I just fit right in, you know.
Hey, no pun intended, but these are the type of students that I like. You hear me?
Yeah.
They come in with knowledge. Because a lot of the times people come in here and, no offense or nothing, but they don't have a good grasp of the business and what they're getting themselves into. So it's either a hate or love it relationship. And a lot of the times, if you're really not prepared for it, you'll end up hating it before you get to the part where you actually love it. But continue.
Yeah, so coming to trucking was really easy transition for me. Covenant, I'm going to say this, it's like the best company out there. I did a lot of research about Covenant, and I haven't run into one bad thing I've seen so far. The only thing I can say about Covenant is that's not up to date, and they're working on that right now, is like their hotel. And another thing I see is the Qualcomm system need to be updated. It's way beyond. It's like Windows 7, Windows 8.
Like 03.
You know, so they need to upgrade their Qualcomm, most definitely. But Covenant, the pay scale at Covenant, it's really impressive. I like what they're doing for actually new drivers coming in this industry, and the training program they put you on, they give you a lot of knowledge. That way you can be successful on the road coming in as a driver. But on the road, when you get on the truck with your trainer, there's a lot you're gonna have to do as a person. You can't just leave it all up to the trainer for him to train you. You gotta come in with a willing mind. Once you have a willing mind to learn, it's gonna be an easy transition. Like I said, for me, it's easy, real easy, but you gotta have your mind made up at the end of the day. You can't just leave it up to him, you know?
I mean, I always tell people, your success and your level of success, it starts here.
Yeah.
I could easily tell what kind of driver you're gonna be just by your attitude, your work ethic,
Sure.
how you just come in, you know, your overall presentation. Understand, you don't know me from a can of paint, I don't know you from a can of paint, but my job is to teach you the necessities teach you the game, so that way you could go out here on your own and you can be successful. So you really have to come in with a good mindset. I tell people that all the time. Don't make your job any harder than it has to be. This job can be stressful, but it could also be smooth as well, especially if you're doing all the things that you need to be doing. So I always tell people, come in with a good attitude, come in with a good mindset, and that will transfer over to when you guys get on your own truck, and that work ethic will continue to show, and you'll see the results. You know what I'm saying? Your paycheck will show it. Your fleet team, they'll be able to see who's really running the miles and who's just playing, you know.
And good thing about Covenant is I call them one day, and within 2 hours of me calling them, my recruiter will reach out back to me in an email, and within the next day I had my ticket. It was that easy. Within 2 days after that, I'm on a plane flying to Tennessee, Chattanooga. It was that easy and smooth. I reached out to 2 others company, and they just getting back to me today. 2 weeks later.
What other companies you apply for?
Swift and CFI, and they just reaching back to me today, just to show you how easy and smooth Covenant is.
So y'all know no comment. But continue.
They just have a bad repetition. I know that, but I know myself very well. So like I'm gonna say, I'm not the best driver out there, but I know what I can do. Me and my team, the first week on the trainer truck, we put down over 7,000 miles. Can you believe that? In training.
These boys could work.
In training. Like I said, my teammate over there, it's like a blessing. This is what I've been waiting for all my life, you know? He got the same work ethic as me, has the same attitude, has the same mindset, has the same goals, and we just click together like the first day. So I'm just looking forward for this journey, you know, and we're gonna make the best of it. But I can't wait to get the upgrade. Not that I want to leave my partner, my trainer here, but I just can't wait to get an upgrade so we can be on our own, start making some real money. Which we are making real money now, but you know, that upgrade make a lot more money than we're making now. The only thing I really miss is my family. It's a lot of time away from your family, a real lot of time. And my son, I really missed him a lot, you know. But I promise you this, man, one day you're gonna be proud of daddy. When you see this, you're gonna be proud. Alright? But my partner over here, man, is Mikel. He is one of the best guy I ever met so far too. You know, first day we just click. Things happen for a reason in your life. You know.
Hey, that's a very positive story right there. I like it.
Yeah, man.
So how would you say Covenant treated you coming in? What were you expecting?
Actually, as a man, I don't expect a lot. I don't look forward for anything. Whatever I get, I appreciate it. So me coming into Covenant, there was nothing bad because my expectation wasn't to the roof. Me coming to Covenant, I had a goal that I needed to meet, and they give me the opportunity for me to reach that goal, and I really appreciate it. So Covenant is a very good company to start out with, and also to be a long-term driver for you to start your career as a trucker. And I really appreciate everything what they've done for me so far.
So with that being said, that's what you call a humble person right there. Us Caribbean folks, we're real humble. I can tell he has the same upbringing that I had, both of them, as a matter of fact, because The level of humbleness is there. The work ethic is there. Nothing's given to you. You got to go out and work for whatever it is that you want. So, I mean, that's a very positive thing right there, and that's why I feel like they're going to be great drivers. They handled the first week so well. I'm not even gonna lie, I was a little surprised because I've had students come in that don't get the bigger picture, even down to their last day of training. They still don't quite understand the journey that they're about to embark on. These guys, they met it head front and they took it over, and they literally just been doing a phenomenal job. They have the greatest work ethic, and I really feel like they're going to be a very positive attribution to Covenant. Covenant, y'all did good with this one. Y'all picked two good candidates with this one.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had a son, man.
Yeah, man, I had a son, man. He's 2 years old, you know. Someday I'll get him to drive trucks too, someday.
Hey, now what you should do is you should be working on your fleet.
Oh, yeah.
So that way you could leave something behind for him.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying?
most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal. That's the mindset. That's the plan. You know, most definitely. It's like a legacy, you see what I'm saying? You gotta leave something behind.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, how would you describe your training thus far? Are you satisfied? Do you feel like you are lacking a couple of things? Like where do you see yourself right now?
Me so far in training, I learned a lot. Herbie taught me a lot. Me, the only thing I can say is when you're driving a truck and it's empty, be very careful. Be very careful, because there's something called like crosswind. It will hit you at any time, and if you don't know how to correct it, you can get off that road real easy. Real easy.
That wind gust.
Yeah.
Wyoming, you know, it's crazy because last night when we were coming in from California,
Yeah.
You were asleep. It really started to hit.
Starting to hit.
It really
Yeah.
started to hit. But I'm used to that.
Yeah.
I've driven through a snowstorm. I've driven through a lot, so I'm used to it.
The
But,
wind gust hit me for the first time. I didn't expect it to hit me so hard. I thought somebody done run into the side of me. That's how hard it hit me. And then when I realized it was just wind, it actually was pushing me to the line on my right side. Basically wanted to push me off the road. But you know, you had to correct yourself, correct your steering, make sure you stay in your lane. You know, you got to adjust to that. So I haven't drove in snow yet, in like a critical condition as yet, but I'm looking forward for that experience also.
I'm not even gonna lie, you guys really came in at a good time, because we're right at the brink of the cold season. And like you guys said, they've already got hit with a little bit of snow. It wasn't too much. It's like a little snow flurries here and there. But it just gives them an idea of what to expect. And now, since they're on the truck with me, I can kind of guide them throughout to, you know, help them feel more safe and more comfortable being out here during the wintertime. Because, I mean, we've all seen it. Drive-ins, trucks, period, just flipped over on the side of the road. Road conditions can change at any given time. For all you drivers out there, you guys already know how Wyoming is, Nebraska, Utah, certain mountains. Conditions can change at any given time. So it's best that it's a good thing that you guys came in at the time you guys came in, because now you guys will get a first-hand experience on how to deal with it, what to do, what not to do, when you should and when you shouldn't drive, because really it's all on you. You have to face the consequences for the decisions that you make. So with that being said, I was telling them, even with the snow chains, my suggestion is, if you have to use it, I wouldn't be driving. Conditions just can flip at the drop of a dime, and you never want to put yourself in a situation where you have to deal with safety. I'll be the first one to tell y'all, Covenant Safety Department, they're not the nicest. As with any other company, you know what I'm saying? You do something, you got to face the consequences for it. Especially if it was a bad or a poor decision on your part. Like you shouldn't have been driving when you actually were, and that was one of the contributing factors to whatever ended up happening. So I always tell people, be very cautious on what you do. They put the term in front of us, professional drivers. I wouldn't like to think of myself as a professional driver. I feel like that term is used as a blame type of thing, but that's just my personal opinion. Whenever you get into a situation, the first thing they're going to say is, well, you're a professional driver, you should have known better. And that statement alone, anything could come from that. But I'm glad you guys came in at the time that you guys came in, because it gives you a first-hand experience on what to expect, especially with the snow coming in. Certain parts of the country already seen their first inch or two of snow, and it doesn't get better from this point on. I mean, you're here every night. You see how the weather changes. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute you're good, and then the next minute it's like cold outside, 40, 50 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Us being from Florida, we're not used to the cold temperature. It's tropical climates throughout year round. So it's a little difficult. It's different. I wouldn't say it's difficult. It just takes some time to get used to.
I'm looking forward to that transition, into cold. Because as I said, like in Florida, it's warm weather. We're used to being in the cold all the time, and all those states that actually get the snowstorm, we already been through those states already. But the weather is not that bad now. I guarantee in a couple months that's going to change. In like a month maybe, that's going to change. So by the time we go to upgrade, it's going to be snowing. We're looking forward to drive. And as a driver, they expect you to know all this, right? So as a driver, you driving in snow, you got to be on top of your game. You can't just drive in the slow and drive reckless, and speeding and stuff like that. You got to drive the road condition, be safe. If you're driving 50 miles per hour at a posted speed in snow, you're just being reckless, You're supposed to drive 15 to 10 less than the posted speed limit in any critical condition. Like they said in orientation, you're the captain of your ship. If you see that you got severe weather, please pull over. Don't drive. Just inform your fleet team, because they don't want nothing bad to happen to us as a driver, And the pay scale at Covenant, man, it's phenomenal. It's like unheard of. A lot of people bash Covenant. I watch YouTube videos before I come here, about a lot of companies. A lot of people talk bad about companies and stuff like that. But the real story is with themselves. You got to find yourself in life and work on you. It's not the company that's bad. It's you. So you got to find yourself and then work on you. A lot of people talk bad about a lot of companies, but I get to find out that it's not a company. If I did listen to YouTube videos, I wouldn't be at Covenant today. I want the experience for myself. If I listen to a lot of people, I wouldn't even be driving trucks. Because guess what? People going to give you false information. People going to tell you their experience and what they think. But guess what? You have a mind of your own. You got to experience it for yourself. You got to make decisions and choices for yourself. Don't listen to no one else. If you feel like you can do this, step right in the game. Yeah.
Well, it was good chopping it up with y'all. YouTube, I gotta go. your boy is hungry. I ain't eat nothing all day, so you know I'm on DoorDash ordering my food as we speak.
DoorDash, damn.
So I'm gonna try to bring more content like this to you guys. It's so hard because we run hard. Like
We run heavy.
It's so much miles, so little downtime. So it's very hard. Very seldom would you have some kind of free time where we can create these kind of videos for you guys.
Just put it like this: we running 21 hours a day. 22 hours a day. Non-stop. Yeah, we out here. We putting in work.
It's your boy Herb. We are putting in work. We getting these miles. We training these students. We getting this money. And overall, we just trying to live a good life. So
Yep.
I suggest you guys do the same.
YouTube, Mikel, Bryan,
Bryan.
you know. So we appreciate this opportunity to get to, you know, let y'all know what it's like for us. Training with Herbie, you know, it's really cool so far. So for you people out there, I really hope that we gave y'all some insights in what's going on, what it's like. You know, if y'all want to know some more, what it's like with us progressing, you know, just drop it in his comments and, you know, let him know if y'all want to see more of our contents. And well, he just might do some YouTube videos for y'all, or, you know, do a few stuff on IG so y'all can follow, you know. Just let us know, man. So we'll be very happy to share you our journey with y'all. So no problem, man. Like we say, we're out here and we're ready to work. We're experiencing a lot of our country that we have never experienced before. So it's definitely not gonna be a problem to, you know, expose all that with you guys, you know. So
Don't worry, we're gonna start a YouTube channel. I promise you that. There's too much out here to see.
Hey,
Not
it's
to.
a lot, man. Sometimes I would drive it, I'm like, man, I wish I could get that, you know. So yeah, it just might be the right time to say, hey, partner, can record this, record that, you know, let the world see what's happening, man. So yeah,
And
definitely.
this man right here, this man can drive.
Hey,
I
we all
can drive, but you see
drive,
this
man.
man right here,
We all
yeah,
can
it's like
drive,
the
bro.
perfect match.
Come on, man. Hey, you know, just like Herbie said, I'm not gonna say I'm the best driver, all that, but I try to focus on what I'm doing, you know, and Bryan be doing the same, so we're good.
Yeah.
And, hey, I must say, bro, I really appreciate you helping me, you know, with coupling and uncoupling,
Man, it ain't
moving
no
the tandem,
problem, man.
all
That's
that.
what we're
Hey,
supposed to do. We
like,
help
like you
each
said,
other,
he was a
man.
yard dog, man. So I'm getting all that yard dog knowledge, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
hey,
Easy
come on,
work,
bro.
man. Piece of cake.
Yeah, I don't have to depend on my trainer to show me none of that.
We let our
Like, for
trainer
real.
go to rest.
Come on, man. Our trainer be like, hey, can I help y'all?
Nah, you're good.
Yeah, so, hey.
We're ready to run.
Yeah, man. It's really great, man. So,
Yeah.
I got my IG. You know, Bryan got his IG. So, just let us know, you know, what
We're
y'all
gonna
want to
post
see.
that in the link
Yeah,
below.
definitely, man. So, peace, man. We'll let you know how
Y'all
we
take care
turn
of
out, man.
yourself.
5 years from now,
Yo.
we're going to be hauling ass, bro.
Not even 5 years. Shit, that's too long.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, 5 years time, we're definitely gonna be going up, man. So
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing where we at 5 years from now. I know
yeah.
I have a lot of, you know, good intentions.
5 years time from now, I might own my own fleet. Who'll tell?
Hey, Bryan was like, "Hey, man, I think I found my career," and not like just in 1 week, you know. So
Yeah, man.
if you find the right company to start off with, you will be saying the same thing. The first week, hey, I found the right career. Me, I done seen it a long time ago. I'm just getting in, man. So, hey, I'm looking forward to a lot of things, man. So, it's your boy Mikel Shrouds. You know, I'll definitely see y'all again. Just let me know if you want to see us some more, and we'll hit you up. Herbie, respect, bro, a lot. You know, much respect.
You know it.
All right, man. Peace, definitely.
Y'all take care.
Alright.
One love.